Hey guys, welcome into the Puggo Reborn channel. We're playing Battle Brothers Legends mod, checking out the legendary beasts. Now, this particular fight is not going to be about a legendary beast so much of, if you consider orcs a beast. We are facing two different new classes of orcs, okay? One is the Behemoth Orc and the other one is the Elite Orc. Now, the special things about these orcs are pretty simple, okay? They're different in two different ways. Let's start with the Behemoth Orc. So the Behemoth Orc is a towering cave troll, essentially. It does an immaculate amount of damage with its tree burrow that it normally holds onto, and it does have quite a bit of armor, but generally what makes this thing so unique is the mass amount of health. If you're playing the most recent update to the legendary mod, and it keeps growing too, this beast has gotten stronger and stronger over time, but it's got a really good pool of health. It's more on the health aspect, a lot of health. From what I've seen, it has quite a bit of resolve. It's a very positive mixture in terms of an orc, because you want, I don't know that it's so like, its resolve is really based on being smart and not worrying about what it's facing more than it is just dumb and just doesn't realize, you know, if the fight's gotten out of hand. I know the orcs usually are known for lugging beasts that just constantly are wailing at things, but once the tide starts turning, they turn tail and run, okay, for another fight on another day. But these things usually have pretty good resolve from everything I've seen fighting these. I've killed plenty of these beasts throughout my different playthroughs, and I've just noticed that the health points are really high up. So things that are going to be good against it would be like cleavers. If you get to a certain point, just to proc the bleed. They can't heal, obviously, so constantly beating them like that, and just focus firing, because what all they're trying to do is hunker you down and beat the tar out of you with massive weapons. On the flip side, we can look at ourselves the Elite Orcs. Now, the Elite Orcs are unique in their own right, because literally they are what you'd consider they are just armored tanks. They literally have about 400 armor for headpiece and 400 for their body, and they also come with Battle Forge. That's their main things. The other side of it too is it's like an orc warrior on drugs. They're stronger, they have better resolve. So, or when I say stronger, if I ever use that term, I'm talking about their melee. Their melee is very good. They have a really above average melee. Their defense, it's about middle of the road. You can sure hit those things to death. 4 of them on a battlefield are a nuisance, because they still use the ability of a normal orc warrior, where they can push the line and get to what they want to kill, what they want to go after. And moving them around is not easy either. So just something to think about when you're facing these things. You definitely want to go in with these warhammers. Other than that, the resolve, again, I believe is above average. Everything that I've seen fighting them, the time that I've spent fighting them, hasn't been exactly. It's been a lot of the battle of attrition, essentially, because you're constantly beating on these things, and they're hitting some of your good guys with the higher defense. And as we all know, the orcs have pretty good weapons for chunking them out or hitting you. Alright, so before we go any farther, I do want to say I can't change the level. The stats, what you see is what you get. I can't do anything about them, so even when we get to perks, I can't choose perks to make this battle interesting, at least to showcase this. I cannot promise you that we are going to get into a heavy fight. I'll try to coordinate guys to get over to them just to show you the damage that they're outputting, and just how, their percentage of hitting you and yada yada yada, all that kind of good stuff. But it's really hard because they put you against a decent group of orcs. The orc warlord, you get a few of the other essential orcs. So anyways, let me get us outfitted real quick, and then I will see you in a sec. All right, so everybody's outkitted. outfitted for this battle, and we will kind of jump in here and see what type of damage we can do. Obviously, I don't have a lot of two-handers. The problem, again, just so we get that part clear, is just the defense just isn't here with these brothers, and I can't do anything about it. It's gonna be more of a massacre for us than it is for them. So, and here we go. So before I move forward with the actual battle here, this is your, I wish I could zoom in farther than this, but this is your Orc-Behemoth. Literally almost double the size of an Orc warrior. And he has an amazing weapon here too. This is a legendary longsword, and it has the exact same stats, and so does this guy up here. But it has the exact same stats as the axe, except for armor damage. However, the other thing that makes this nice, and you can get this weapon, and this is kind of side note, but if you can get this weapon, it's 26 fatigue, but it doesn't give a 5% or 5 fatigue buildup every single time. Just something to think about. All right, so let's get into the fight here. I would like to actually do something. That was a good start, at least. All right. Now, you don't really have much choice here. Gonna just try to shield wall. I would really like to get in a fight with these guys to show you. I can't promise that, guys, just how the game is, because these guys are gonna launch themselves. We could walk in, start the fight. Well, maybe we do. That gives them a chance to come around. We're gonna do that, actually. Okay. Just trying to think here. Go. He's gonna want to go around that side, huh? All right. Again, we'll jump in. Gonna try to just keep him in that pocket there. It's not. Ooh, starting out pretty strong there, right? That works in their favor pretty well. Alright, so now that we're where we're at on this, I'm going to move up one more. And I'm going to hit the elite orc. And that is your damage. With the normal crossbow, hitting it in the head. Yeah, that's how much damage you ended up chunking out. It's not very good. What I've learned when fighting these things, the best thing to do is to take out everything else. Just go for the attack of everything else. It's not worth trying to beat on them. If you can kill them early, great. But honestly, from everything I've seen, that's just not how it goes. It's gonna hold up. Hopefully we can withstand more. Just gonna shield wall for here. Hopefully that works. Oh, the other thing too, this sword here, you can actually attack twice with it. That's another OP thing about that sword. Again, we're gonna use chunk armor on this thing. So actually hitting him, that's how much damage I did to his actual armor plate on his chest. It's very minuscule. And this is why I'm saying it's a battle of attrition. You have to be consistent, and you have to hit him. We only had a 65% chance off of a 65 melee skill, so hopefully that gives you a better idea of what you're going up against. And we can't even hit him. We have an 81% chance we couldn't hit him. There you go. Okay, he's coming along, and as you can see too, I can't confirm this, but I can't confirm this because I've only noticed this. I wonder if the Orc-Behemoth has less AP, because as you saw, he started over here, he made one turn to come this way, and then he only moved I think it was 3 spaces. Either he was right here or right here, but he moved, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, yeah, he only moved 3 spaces. That's not normal for an orc. Normally, yeah, they'll set themselves up to launch. These guys don't have a launching ability unless there was an update that I'm not aware of. they haven't done that. So, so I'm gonna move this guy in here. I just want to see what my best chance of hit is. There we go. Oh, yeah, he took the two-handed overhead strike. All right. Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't have any skills with this. Now you can't knock him out either. I can try the stun. It doesn't work. And their defense again is not bad. I can confirm that. And we are missing 70s. Unfortunately, we haven't been doing very well in that category. Okay. Missed it. Oh man, we're never gonna face this Orc-Behemoth at this rate. So at least we hit some of the health points. Obviously, if you can get through to the health, that's your advantage to them. But again, we hit twice. That one strike took away that portion of his health. So that's 10. I mean, unless you want to do it on your computer and whatnot, I'd assume that he's probably got, in terms of health points, because when you hit with a hammer, you do at least 10 damage to the health points every single time. I am assuming if that's 10 health points, I keep rounding my words off here, I'm thinking that's about 150 health points, if I had to guess. Or something along, it's got to be somewhere along those lines. Something to think about. Okay, let's see if we can't. Nope, that didn't work well. Again, the problem with me doing this stuff is I can't outfit my guy. I mean, I can outfit them with good gear, but gear only matters so much if you don't, until you have the abilities that keep you in the fight, like Indomitable and so on. Okay, so now I'm gonna actually switch to this. Nope. All right, so I was saying before, I think I said this before. In the past, I've used crossbows and archers. Usually, by the time you face these, you'll have about 3 archers. And they do have, as far as I've noticed, they do have a negative range defense. And I'm imagining the reason for this is simply because they're so massive. And obviously, we have been hitting some serious RNG in this fight. So I can't really showcase that, sadly. I would love to, but the game doesn't want to. So here we go. I'm just going to throw a guy in here. We'll do a miss. We'll miss again. What is the odds of us? Can't even see because we're all dying. So we hit a 89. But let's just see if we can't hit him here. No, we can't even hit a 73, so I'm really sorry, guys. Unfortunately, my hope is that we'll be at least able to attack him right here. Hopefully be able to attack him. I'm just going to do basic attack, and we missed. So, guys, I think that's going to conclude. I've told you all that I can really tell you on this. Unfortunately, as long as the scenario won't let me, it's not going to let me actually do like the attacks. It's not going to let me level up, and it's not going to let me, yeah, it's death all the way through. It's not going to let me dictate the battlefield a little bit so I can show you how they attack, but generally the Behemoth was smart enough to go around. The Elite was very confident to go straight through the middle. I've seen the Orcs, the Behemoth will he'll lug his way to you. Oh, excuse me. He'll lug his way to you, but they're not terribly hard. The Elite Orcs are more difficult, way more, in my opinion, about a tier higher. If we were doing tiers, it's a tier higher of Orc. Probably the hardest Orc to face. I'm willing to say it is. So anyways, that'll do it for today, guys. If you could, grab your keyboard, throw it across the room, blow it up. I don't care. But if you could, smash it with a like. I really want to bring more content to YouTube like this. And just kind of make my own little mark here. It's my hobby. I love it. And I hope you guys love it too. So thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.